Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 194. He's checking it again.
He's checking it again!
In this week's episode, it's Christmas. JfG Ash has a new jumper.
Check it.
JfG Alex makes the change. There's nothing out this week.
Not a sausage.
And finally, what's your PlayStation life?
Oh, God help us. Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 194. My name is Alex and I'm joined, as ever, by my good friend Ash. Hey, buddy. How you doing this week?
Hey buddy, as always, feeling good on a Wednesday. Yeah, sparkling thoughts. Give me the hope to go on. It's fucking, it's festive.
Festive
time.
Wednesdays.
Festive friend, hello.
Happy fucking Festag.
Yeah, indeed. Feeling very festive today, buddy. Because it's Christmas. There was a pantomime at the prison today. That was fun. Recorded
Good
that.
Lord. How was that?
Had lots of jokes about being in prison. So it's always good.
Classic. Any famous people in there, buddy, or are you not allowed to say?
You might know them, but no, I probably shouldn't say.
Dozens of members of the BBC from the 70s, but we won't go there. I'd imagine that'd make a very good panto.
It would. Unfortunately, they're not in my prison.
That is a shame.
That is a shame.
Blessing and a curse, I'd say.
Just your murderers and your drug dealers, really.
Yeah, less exciting, but hey, what can you do?
Kind of exciting, if you answer that thing, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to being festive, buddy. I've got my festive jumper on right now.
Oh shit, the bed, have you?
Unfortunately, you can't see it because I haven't got my webcam, but I've had a Christmas jumper for about the past 5 years, and I was like, this is tatty and old, and I don't like it anymore. So I invested in a new Christmas jumper, and obviously, because it's me, I bought a Destiny Christmas jumper, didn't I? Righto,
because if I know anything about Destiny, it's that their festive content is always top fucking notch, son.
I've got something to tell you about that later, so good luck. And you're welcome. I know, me too. Yeah, so it was on sale for like 15 quid. Normally they're like 40, 45 quid. I was like, fuck it, I need a jumper for Christmas.
That's not bad for any jumper, £15.
That's what I thought, to be honest, at the end of the day. I was like, well, I might as well get that one. Enough. Yeah, so yeah, I've got my fucking Christmas jumper on, mate, now. I love it. I'll probably get too hot in about 5 minutes and have to take it off, but still, putting in the effort, buddy. Christmas.
You went there, extra mile and all that.
Yeah. So apart from that, buddy, not a lot this week. Putting up curtains, putting a TV on the wall, putting some shelves on the wall, painting, just general decorating of house. There you go.
Shit, it's the putting up curtains, TVs, shelves, and painting quadruple, buddy.
Well, there's probably more stuff in there.
I just like those four.
That's the four that I've gone for, the quadroon. You could call it, I guess.
You could.
So yeah, super exciting stuff from me. Hopefully I'm getting a desk this weekend, so I haven't got to sit like this. I mean, I have upgraded from last week. I've found my boom arm or arm thing, whatever, stand. What are they called, these things that connect?
Boom stand.
It is a boom stand, yeah?
Yeah.
I was just checking
boom arm. You're fine with what you had.
Yeah, I thought so. I just, just double checking. Checking it twice,
Yeah, she's checking it again.
Checking it again.
He's checking it again. Oh, a little inside, I know.
It is a little inside. Had to be done. So yeah, I've got that out on the go, so I'm not squatting over like a golem, I'd say I'm going for.
Yeah.
So that's nice. And last thing, buddy. My department was on 5 Live this week.
Oh shit! So you're famous now as well.
I mean, it's not the first time that I've being on the BBC.
Oh, it's true. It's true. You got quite the pedigree there.
I know.
So what was this all about, buddy?
Some woman came in to do like an interest piece on fucking prisoners and stuff, and we're like, we do really good things with prisoners, like, and that was about it.
Okay.
So obviously, well, if you don't know, we do stuff with like families and keeping in contact with families by sending them like green screen videos and stuff like that. So they come down, record a video, and we send it out. And yeah, kids really like it. I think it's a really nice thing to offer prisoners, like to keep in contact with their families, because obviously they don't see them because they're locked up all the time. And I've worked there for a long time. I do think that like staying in contact with your families is a big thing, especially when people get released. They might think that, well, their families in the end could actually be complete strangers to them if they haven't kept those like ties and stuff. So this is all nice, and it was a lovely like fluffy piece about it. And when it was live on the radio, obviously someone came in and asked a question. The guy that they were talking to was doing 20 years for importing drugs. That was his choice. That's what he did. And failed, unfortunately. And the first comment that came across from the public was some guy. I think it was in Whitstable or something. And he's like, well,
the UKIP heartland.
Exactly. He was like, well, if you hadn't have done the crime in the first place, you could be reading to your kids right now. It's like kind of missing the point of what we're doing here.
Yeah,
but I mean, I see where you're coming from there, Captain Hindsight.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, oh dear. But, I understand that people have these views of prisoners. Like, and yeah.
Well, it doesn't fucking matter what views they have, buddy. You're still doing some good work there and, making a difference to at least the people on the outside, even if you don't give a shit about the people on the inside. So,
and that's the big
especially
thing.
Especially at Christmas.
For the way I see it is like, that, like Fede is like, he's done a crime, he's in prison. That's his choice. But, his kids shouldn't have to suffer for that. Like,
no, they didn't do a crime. They just,
exactly. It's not their fault anyway.
No, it sounds cool, man. That's cool that you got some recognition for it as well. That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it is good. And, hopefully new things to come in the next year for the old job prospects anyway. We'll see what happens with that anyway. So there you go, buddy. That's my week in a extremely small segment that we call the intro. And that was my section of it. So what about you, buddy? Anything good? Anything exciting?
I haven't been doing very much. I've got Mickey Bubbles on again, buddy. I'm sitting by the Christmas tree. I'm feeling very festive. I got the toilet lights up now, so that's nice. Decided not to wrap them around the lid or the bowl in the end, but
just
they're beside
on top.
They're beside the toilet. They look nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Got some like blue LEDs, because
I had forgotten about that, and now it's all just coming back.
If any room in the house is going to have a sort of Arctic theme, then I think a windowless bathroom would probably be the one. So it just seemed like a no-brainer to me. And and then it went. Obviously, we've got a little tree in there as well. But it's difficult to decorate your bathroom. We've only got 3 rooms to play with, buddy, and we're pretty fucking on it when it comes to decorating.
It's like you walk through the door and it's just like, shit, this is Christmas.
This is Christmas. We found it. It was here all along in a flat in Tunbridge Wells. Yeah. So that's been cool. Been doing the Christmas shopping. We stopped off and treated ourselves to a cheeky dinner at the Guinea, buddy, because the Guinea, of course, is one of the coolest pubs in town and does some of the best food in town. And we were like, we've done all this Christmas shopping. We've bought loads of shit for people. We deserve a nice meal. So we did.
Nice.
So that was good. Yeah, lots of Christmas shopping. I've still got like 3 things to get, but I've got a list. I've checked it again. I know what it is. It's all fine. We're nearly there. So, yeah, I mean, for the first time ever, I've actually wrapped all my presents. Everything that we've bought, I've actually already wrapped. Normally, it's a bit of a Christmas Eve job from me, always has been in the past. Not this time, buddy. Week in advance. Fucking crazy. Just look at that.
Sort of Christmas bangers boom. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Yeah, Well, to be honest, the main reason is that it's very difficult to hide things in the flat, especially sizable things, because we don't have much storage. So you need to wrap that shit pretty quickly if I don't want the missus to see it. So
I like it.
That's the actual reason rather than organisation. It's necessity. Anyway, so yeah, Christmas shopping. There you go. Other than that, I watched Formula E at the weekend. Have you seen any Formula E before?
I mean, is the E for extreme?
No, it's for electric.
Oh.
It's electric Formula One cars sort of thing. Okay. And it's always been a bit of a weird sport. They do it on like street circuits rather than proper tracks. And in the past, the tech wasn't really there.
Sorry, I'm just seeing radio controlled cars now on like some.
Man, this thing's like a fucking video game. It genuinely is. So, in previous years, they couldn't get enough fucking batteries in that thing for it to make the whole race. So you had to come into the pits and change car halfway through the race, and even then they were like cutting it fine to get to the end, and they were constantly having to manage like their kilowatt consumption. But they've got these these Gen 2 cars now, buddy. They'll do the whole fucking race. They'll do the whole thing. They're so. When I say this is like a video game, this is maybe the arcade game people have been looking for, right? So there's instead of like DRS zones, there's a portion on the track that if you go through it, you get like attack mode. It's called, and for like 4 minutes. You get like an extra 30 kilowatts of power, which equates to like an extra like 20 mile an hour at all times.
Is there a blue shell?
But to go through it, it's literally like a grid on the floor, and it's like right on the inside of a sharp corner. So you lose time to collect it, and you have to go between the lines or it doesn't activate because it's all on the software of the car. There's other shit as well. Like they've got a thing called fan boost, where literally people vote on Twitter for their top 5 drivers, and then whoever wins, they get fan boost, like a Kers button. Like, so they can just activate the fan boost and get like a burst of power down the straights and stuff. It's video gaming. The Halos have got like
the Need for Speed game. Was it Rivals or something where people could like on their tablets like fuck you up and like
it was Rivals.
Do you think it's going to go to that stage as well? So instead of
this
boosts,
is like a reverse.
Lock brakes, beep.
They're going for it with the lights and stuff. Like they got neons and shit on the the halos that they've got in the F1. They've got those. They got those on the Formula E as well. So when the car is in attack mode, then the halo like has LED lights all the way across it, and they like start flashing blue. Like, and in qualifying, it's crazy. In qualifying, they've got like an extra engine mode that they can use for their like one-shot quali lap. Yeah. And then the halo fucking pulses purple, buddy. It's fucking cool.
That sounds ace.
It does seem like they changed a lot of the rules since last season because this thing's being like live streamed. Every race is being live streamed on YouTube. Yeah. And also on the BBC. They've got KSI doing the like presenting KSI, like, which is bizarre. Like, why the fuck are they doing that?
It's the next generation, isn't it, of racing? It's e-racing.
Well, he's a fucking FIFA YouTuber. Like, what's he got to do with anything?
They love it. He's internet famous,
it's fine.
Mate.
Either way, the commentary team seemed to know as little about the sport as I did, because they had no fucking idea what was going on, and the same seemed to be for the teams. One of the teams in the qualifying, they just like sent the car out and did like 20 laps, and the guys were like, "So we just don't really know why anyone else hasn't come out." And then, like, the FIA come over the radio and are like, "Yeah, you're not allowed to do this. Like, you're supposed to do an out lap, a fastest lap, and then an in lap." And they're like, "Oh shit!" Just like disqualified them, sent them to the back of the grid. Team were like, "We didn't know." It's like, did you not get like a manual? Rules. I don't know. It's mental. Anyway, I highly recommend it if you like racing.
Did they not get? I know it's all online these days, but when you open the game, there's normally like tells you the controls and stuff in there, like a manual.
That's the thing. They stopped shipping the guides. It's PDF. Maybe they didn't have a PDF reader. They couldn't look it up. It was
maybe they were on O2 in there. internet went down or something. Who knows?
Yeah, for the portion of the race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it's a good laugh.
It's gone to McDonald's, get some Wi-Fi or something.
It's got some. It's not that great. Like the racing wasn't. I don't know. It kind of feels like the cars aren't going that fast, but it's because that they're basically silent.
I was going to say it must be
quiet,
horrible when someone comes by. You're like, where the fuck did
it's just like. And then when they brake, because there's no engine sound to like muffle the tyres squealing, it's just like just screeching. It's bizarre, but it's worth watching. Strange. And there's some Formula One drivers in there, like Stoffel Van Dorn and Felipe Massa and that. So
nice. Loving it.
Yeah, I recommend giving it a poke, buddies. So yeah, that's me basically. I haven't done much else. I started getting a cold like really badly yesterday. Woke up today, fucking gone, and I think it's because I didn't have any drink for a couple of days, buddy. Fucked it.
What, that's why you got the cold?
I think so. Yeah. It wasn't a cold. It was withdrawal. So I'm all right now, which leads me to ask the question, buddy. What are you drinking this evening?
I love it. I've been to Aldi this evening.
Oh, hello.
They had some more of the 1079 project, buddy. So I've got me a few of them on the go right now. It
was a very good year.
It was. I don't know if that means what year it was made.
No, probably not.
It's quite a while ago. This pill.
It's a while. Yeah,
they're potent now. Yeah,
quite a pedigree.
Yeah. So what are you drinking this evening, buddy? As you came through that one,
I'm on pint cans of Stella, buddy.
Yes, buddy. Nice.
It's the podcast classic drink. Pint cans of Stella.
Yeah, that's what you need to get through your withdrawal symptoms.
It's the festive Christmas period, buddy.
Yeah.
I've got tasty treats on the way food-wise in the coming days. I look forward to regaling you with stories.
Nice.
A very drunk friend of the podcast, Paul, wildly announced at high volume in the pub the other night that we were coming over to his for a Christmas paella.
Nice.
The weekend. He wants to do a paella with like turkey, roast potatoes. He wants the stuffing in there.
Yeah,
pigs in blankets in the paella. It could be the best thing ever. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
it seems unlikely, but
it sounds very dangerous to me.
Yeah. And, we do our Boxing Day. We pick a country and do food from that country on Boxing Day back at my folks' place.
Yep.
This year it's American food. And so I'm doing a barbecue on Boxing Day. I'm hoping it won't be pissing with rain.
That might happen. Who knows?
It'd be nice if it snowed. That's not going to happen.
Barbecue in the snow. I'd love it.
Gibbons. I've never done that before.
I don't know.
It's fucking not going to happen down here, buddy. It's about 9 degrees today. Baking.
Bullshit.
Everyone's in their shorts.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
Well,
let's move on. Let's go, and I suppose the topic this week actually is video games. So probably at this point we should head on over, buddy, and talk about what we've been playing. So do you want to kick things off, buddy? What have you been playing this fine week?
Well, I've managed to get like 2 evenings of gaming in this week. One being game night, which is a Friday, obviously. You know that.
Yeah.
You were there. We had fun. We played racing and Pez, I think, and that was about it.
Yeah.
It was good. Enjoyed it. The other night, buddy, obviously, I dipped my toe back into Destiny 2. I mentioned it a while ago, how I played it, and it gave me loads of treats, which was nice. This time, not so much, buddy. It was a cruel, heartless bitch. It didn't give me anything.
Dear.
But it was the start, my first go at the dawning, the Christmas event that's going on over the next 3 weeks or so. So, festivities are high right now. Christmas time, mistletoe and brine, I think, which is a salt solution.
Absolutely.
Yeah, known fact. And, shit to do, really. I got a sleigh as my little fucking Scooby-Doo mobile or whatever it is. It's got like glimmer in the back. It's all shiny. It's nice. And pretty much the theme of this dawning is baking cookies, buddy. It's kind of cool how they've done it. It's definitely different to what they've ever done before. So you start the mission, you get this little forge or thing that sits in your inventory. It's nothing special. It's just an icon. And then in there you can add different ingredients and create different kinds of cookies, which people around the world or universe of Destiny like. So by killing different enemies, you collect these different materials, let's put it. And then by using different types of weapon, you can get like void ones, electric ones, and so on and so on. And then you mash them all together, stick them in the furnace, and make some cookies and take them around the universe, like I said, to hand them in, and you get little treats and whatnot from them. So it's not amazing, let's put it that way.
I wasn't going to say anything, buddy. Please continue.
It's kind of nice that they're throwing something different in there. I do like the idea of forging stuff. Being like a looter shooter and like any kind of RPG, you want some sort of mechanic where you can chuck stuff together and something comes out at the end that could be, useful or not. And I think if they take or, move further in the direction of, resources with like materials like this and forging weapons or armor, or using it to like create certain mods for guns and things like that, just make it more just more like of an RPG, really. So you have a lot more options in your hand and take away that kind of randomness, obviously.
Because they've been halfway there before, haven't they? With the way that you can sort of smash different armors together and upgrade armors with other armors and stuff, and it kind of makes sense. So, a game that is essentially a busy work loot collector, you might as well have a full blown crafting forging system in there, mightn't you?
Exactly, and for me, that like I think I would prefer that like a hell of a lot more to like the random rolls that they brought out with Forsaken. Because half the time, like, you get a gun and you immediately look at the rolls, and if it hasn't got, like, Rampage, which is, like, every time you kill something, your damage increases, or, like, your first shot does extra damage, or whatever, like, there's certain perks that you look out for on these guns. And if it hasn't got them, then that thing goes straight in the bin. And it's like, well, why can't I just make the guns I want by collecting certain things? I guess it would make it a lot easier for like the uber hardcore players that play this like 4 or 5 hours a day or something, but I don't know, for me that would be more fun, being able to say, right, I want to go and collect all these things, I can do these activities to get them, sweet, I can do that.
And then there's like 15 new components that you can sell as microtransactions as well, buddy. So,
exactly, buddy. Win-win.
Activision perfect. Absolutely bang on.
Exactly. So, the Dawning's not much. The Black Armory DLC came out a couple of weeks ago. I still haven't been able to touch that because my power level isn't high enough yet. That's been a massive talking point in the Destiny community and stuff at the moment. So the max power level for the end of Forsaken was 600, and the starting power level for the Black Armory is like 610. So I played a lot of that game, and I think I got up to about 596, 597. So I was very close to the 600 point. But then I just thought, I can just jump in, play a couple games or whatever, and then I can crack on with this new DLC. But no, that's not the case. I've got to go around a few times to collect a load of extra gear just to get up to level to play this new DLC. So, it's a bit fucking dumb.
Get fucked.
Yeah, I know. Really,
just get fucked.
It's really dumb the way they've done it. It's not good at all.
People, I'm not a big Destiny fan, as you well know, but I obviously keep tabs on gaming news and gaming forums and so on. And the feeling that I've been getting from the Destiny community, as you say, is that people are getting a bit sick of the grind, frankly. And so then bring out a new pack and basically be like, yeah, fucking grind to shit so you can actually play this.
And that's the thing, you have to grind the stuff that you've already been playing for the past like 2-3 months or whatever, just to play the new stuff. Like, I don't understand why they would do that. Now they've said they're gonna I think already now is live, that the soft cap, so you can get up to like 600 a lot quicker now. But still, that's not good enough, because you need to get to 610 or whatever. And I don't know. I don't understand, because what they're doing with their content now is releasing it weekly. So why couldn't the first one be like 602? Or something really low, and then the next
incremental, so people who
up.
want to be in there all the time can get there, as a group kind of thing.
It's fucking clown shoes, to be honest, at the moment. They're putting it down as a learning experience. They haven't done this kind of DLC rollout before, but I mean, fucking a million other companies have. Just look at what they're doing. Come on, it's not hard.
They're such new bodies to the game, buddy. They just they haven't been making games very long, so they're liable to make these little schoolboy errors along the way.
True.
I mean, Halo was what, like 99? So
yeah, I know. I'm still really enjoying it. Just playing with some of the guys that I haven't played with for a good 3-4 weeks and stuff now, which is cool. And we seem to have more of an understanding of defeating massive bosses now. We're one phasing some of these bosses, strike bosses that before would take 3 stages, but now because we're using different techniques and things like that, we're absolutely just freaking rinsing them, and it's a very, very good feeling, that is, I must say, which is good.
Nice.
So there you go, buddy. Destiny 2 update for you. I'm struggling to find time to play games, but just trying to find another game to play. I want to go back to Red Dead and God of War, but I haven't got time. And like we've said before, when you haven't got time, you go to your go-to game, and mine's just Destiny 2. So I can only apologise for this at the moment, buddies.
Well, it's been a few months of upheaval for you. Maybe it'll level out once you're settled in your new gaff. And
that's
and then we'll see what happens.
Definitely is, and then. Look forward
certainly
to certainly
if you're spending 90% of your downtime decorating at the moment, the last thing you want to do is be like, I'm going to investigate this new thing. You just want to like your comfy slippers of Destiny 2,
exactly,
and just enjoy yourself.
Get me Destiny 2 Christmas jumper on and settle down.
Gibbons, and grind away.
Yeah, get that grind on, buddy. Yeah, Gibbons. So what have you been playing, buddy? Have you had any more Xbox loving this week?
Fucking right. And good job too, because what a desolate wasteland my friends list is these days. I have the PlayStation app on it all the time, just in case someone appears, but it just doesn't really happen. So it's a good job that I've had 50 games to play over the last 6 weeks. This week I have been playing Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, FIFA 18: The Journey, Below, and Spin Tires Mud Runner. See, I've done a sort of preview there, buddy, a preview to the trailer.
Worst to best, yeah.
Right. So, what do you want first?
I want to know about Hellblade, and is it as good as did it deserve so many awards? Whatever it was.
That would very much depend on which award we are talking about.
I don't know. It got all of them, so
it got a lot of awards. If anyone doesn't know anything about this game, it is a third-person. Sort of Norse mythology game where you play this woman who's descended into hell. A lot of the game is kind of centered around a sort of a version of psychosis that they're trying to create. It's all kind of weird. There's a lot of hallucination and strange goings on and funny stuff. So firstly, this is a graphical masterpiece for a team of this size. This is such an amazing looking game, and I'm not just talking about sort of textures and lighting, but also animation. The animation on Senua is ridiculously high quality. The mocapping is just bang on. All of the face work. The expressions, the speech, the lip syncing and everything, it's just clearly a complete labour of love. and looks absolutely fantastic. Secondly, and obviously going to be a massive important thing in a game that's trying to create a mood of like craziness and psychosis, the sound design is maybe the best sound design I've ever come across in any video game. The sort of psychosis that it's trying to create, all the voices in your head, and it's full like 3D audio pan surrounded, like it says at the start, plug some fucking headphones in, you arsehole. It doesn't say it like that, but that's what it means. And yeah, all sorts of like voices. I think each voice is supposed to be like a different emotion or fear in your head. Lots of different techniques used to unsettle you, and it works very, very well for a while. So yeah, it looks great. It sounds incredible. The voice acting is brilliant. Like I don't know who these people are who did the voices in this game, but it's some of the best work you'll ever hear. Like sort of Last of Us quality of voice acting, like right up there. And an interesting story as well. You're following along with her. She's sort of descending into hell. I don't want to spoil anything because obviously this is just hit Game Pass. A lot of people are maybe going to be playing it for the first time. There is, however, in my opinion, quite a gaping fucking problem with this game, and it is the game. The gameplay. What the game is a bit of a problem, in my opinion. The gameplay is fucking non-existent. This is a walking simulator with a little bit of combat, which is, I suppose, Souls-light, but it feels a lot like sort of slash, and then a little sort of token block. It's a little bit cumbersome to kind of move around and stuff, but the bulk of this seems to be sort of puzzle solving and stuff, but it's really arbitrary stuff. It's find this gate, go and light this fire. This gate only opens if you light this fire, and then run back. Do that 3 times. Fight this same enemy 10 times, and it ruins it for me because it kind of takes the excitement away, the kind of the fear away, and the peril. And there's other stuff they do brilliantly here, like for example, she seems to be kind of being taken over by this sort of dark force, and you can kind of see it almost looks like frostbite on a hand. And the more you fail, like if you die and have to respawn, then that sort of blackened evil spirit engulfs a little bit more of you, and you can fail completely if this horrible sort of evil spirit reaches all the way up above your neck and takes over your head. Then you die, and there's no restart. It's all over. You have to start from the very beginning of the game again.
Really?
Which is a big deal in a game, and I don't know how likely that would be that you would fail. I'm breezing through this. I haven't taken any damage yet in this game, so I don't know how. I've probably played for 2 hours. I haven't took a hit, so I don't know how much of that is an actual going concern. But it's a real mixed bag for me, and it's the sort of game that I expect critics to really love because of the brilliant filmic mood that it creates, but the bread and butter gameplay of this thing is just not really there, and that's my concern. Now, it is early doors. I don't know how long this game is. I heard about sort of 12 hours, something like that. So I'm only sort of tiptoeing into the sort of second, third hour at this point. And I do intend to keep playing it because it's so interesting. And it does set a real fucking mood. There's certain high points that are absolutely fantastic. But all in all, the thing that I was interested most about when I saw all of the trailers was, how does it play? What do you do? I only saw limited combat in trailers and no real sign of puzzles and stuff. And having come out of the back of God of War, which it's It's puzzles, like landscape puzzles and combat and everything. This obviously isn't trying to be the same game as that, but there's a crossover between the two. They're both kind of dining off the same mythology. They're both like graphically beautiful and filmic, and they've both got sort of audio stuff going on. This is incredibly linear, but that's my massive concern at the moment. And to be honest, if nothing changes throughout this, then you will have been right all along. I don't know what the fuss was all about, but it's the quality of the production for a team so tiny is unbelievable. Like, I've no idea how they did this. They must have only been doing this for like several years.
Yeah,
like I don't know what they were doing. It's crazy. But really, yeah, the puzzle stuff, the progression stuff. At this point, maybe it's early doors, but I feel like it's had time enough now to, and it feels like it's shown me everything it's gonna. And it's a bit of
there's not much else.
It's a concern. It's a real concern.
Yeah. I mean, that's always an issue with games like this when they're trying to portray certain moods or what have you. That the actual gameplay suffers itself.
Yeah, exactly right.
Shame.
Because they're trying to create the mood and the world building first, and the game second, and it shows a lot of the time. If you haven't got those solid mechanics in there, you got a problem. A lot of people probably wouldn't feel the same way. A lot of people who really like story driven stuff, maybe they wouldn't give a fuck. But to me, it deserves far better gameplay mechanics than it seems to have. That's the crux of it.
It'll be interesting to see when you've put a few more hours into that game to see if the gameplay actually does develop or not.
That's the big question, is anything going to change? Or have I seen everything it's going to show me at this point? Because if this is all it's got, then I don't care what mood it creates. It's not a very good video game. It's not
a very good game in the end.
No, it's a good interactive movie.
I mean, but then again, there are areas for that in the games industry. There have been previous games like that have excelled.
Lots of people are loving.
None come to mind right now.
Lots of people would really, really enjoy this.
Yeah.
But for me, there needs to be a balance here. If you're separating this into percentages, then it feels very much 80% narrative, world building, and 20% mechanics. And I need it to be closer down the middle, personally speaking. But lots of people will enjoy it, I'm sure. And I'm not going to put it down. I mean, the missus found it especially engaging, so we're going to play through it, and I'll be able to tell you more when we're done.
Nice, buddy.
So on to a bit of FIFA, buddy, and I'm not going to talk about any of the stuff I was talking about in the past, but I have been playing, I've played from start to finish this week, The Journey on FIFA 18.
Okay, so we played like a little bit of that in that demo quite a while ago. I vaguely remember it being like Mass Effect. With your selections of good or bad or neutral or whatever. Does that kind of play out through the whole thing then, I guess? Or
it seems kind of a bit of a token gesture. You've got fiery, cool, or balanced for your different answers, and that affects, as far as I can tell, all it really affects for the most part is the number of like Twitter followers you have.
Oh, gotta get them followers up. Yeah, I like it.
But I suspect there are some different cutscenes kind of assigned for you, depending on how much of an arsehole you are. That's how I would describe. I was very cool all the way through and humble, and I can't help it. Like video games, it gives you the perfect opportunity to be a complete bell end, and yet every time I play anything with RPG elements, I try and be like a nice person. It's sickening, but there we are. So this is the second part of the journey. The journey. This is something that popped up in FIFA 17 originally, and they've kind of been cultivating ever since. I think it's also in the Madden games now as well. I don't know if it's in the other EA Sports games, but it's essentially a story mode where you take control of a player throughout their career, the trials and tribulations. And I don't know what happened in the first one, but I am kind of thinking I might reinstall. I've got it on the EA Play thing, so I can install 17 and play the first chapter.
Play the first journey.
Yeah. So yeah, I tell you, man, I have really enjoyed this, and it's not perfect, and some of it's a bit cheesy, but the story overall is relatively well written, if not well acted at all times. But most of the bad acting comes from real life players.
Yeah, obviously.
Which is, fair enough, I suppose. But yeah, you play the Alex Hunter. He's like an 18-year-old, like upcoming star. In the first game, you were taking part in an exit trial where you might be getting turfed out of the academy and trying to like make it into the big leagues. As I understand it, at the end of that first chapter, you sign for your first big professional club, and this game starts with that, and it gives you the opportunity to pick that club again from scratch. So I picked Liverpool, obviously.
Standard. And
then there's it's the gameplay is essentially lots of matches with incentives and things that he wants. You'll get a team talk from the manager in the first place, and he'll say, I want you to try and make 10 key passes in this game, or I want you to get an assist or whatever. And if you manage to do that, then you get extra points towards your training. Every other week there is a training regime set out for you, and that's like mini games, and that's quite fun. I've always quite enjoyed the FIFA mini games. I forgot how much I missed them, to be honest, moving over to PES. So, yeah, in between that, there's lots of cutscenes with you and your family, your sort of humble beginnings, Londoner growing up, and I don't think I need to worry about spoilers for FIFA The Journey, especially FIFA 18. So, yeah, you've got an agent, he seems a bit shady, and he ends up accidentally bungling a deal where you're supposed to be on deadline day moving to Real Madrid. But it turns out that the guy he was talking to was some phony, and you get screwed over. Liverpool don't want you back. They say you'd have to play with the youth team. They also won't sell you to anyone in the Premier League or in Europe. And there's this ongoing thing where you've got an estranged father who's living out in the States, and he's a scout in the MLS, and he gets you into LA Galaxy. So you end up making a move over to the MLS because it's basically the only place you can go and try and sort of rebuild your career. Yeah. While you're over there, you find out you've got a half-sister, and then you actually take control of her for a few games because it's got the women's football on FIFA as well. Okay. And then, lovely little touches. You end up being given the choice of, I think, Atletico, PSG, or Bayern Munich. I went to Germany. And then you get crocs, like 3 games in, you pick up a long-term injury, and you're on social media tweeting your fella who used to be in the youth team with you, ended up in the championship, and then was brought up through the ranks to Liverpool, where he's really struggling. And it presents you with a really interesting cutscene where this kid's getting a fucking talking to. They're basically going to let him go, and then the game gives you the opportunity to either just skip forward to when Hunter recovers from his injury, or take control of this kid, Danny Williams, and try and save his career. And stuff like cool. that I really appreciate. I really enjoyed it. It's just really fun. Having that narrative in there gives you it really gets you involved in the story, and there's a lot of sort of faux youth culture here that they don't really nail in a sort of Ubisoft kind of way. But at the same time, a lot of it's pretty authentic and feels pretty decent. When you're at Bayern, they actually call you in and ask who would be your ideal partner, like who would be the best provider for you, and you get the choice of different players. So I picked Dele Alli for an attacking midfielder sister, and then they sign him, Bayern, and then you play the second half of the season with him as your sort of wingman, and there's incentives for assisting him and scoring from his assists and so on, and there's lots of cutscenes with Dele Alli in, so they've obviously filmed loads of those and then mocapped them from various different players' perspectives. You got Ronaldo in there having a chat with you and stuff. It's like Goal, the movie Goal, but in FIFA. And it's also given me a pretty decent understanding of the nuances of the gameplay. I think I've become a better player by playing this mode, where not only am I trying to beat the opponents, but I'm also trying to kind of feed specific players and find inventive ways to get the ball to my boy so I can score with him and that sort of thing. I found it a really enjoyable, fun challenge, and it is another reason why I'm looking forward to us eventually, inevitably picking up 19 so I can play the next chapter. I think they've done a really good thing here.
Nice, buddy. Well, that's kind of a little bit of a surprise to me, to be honest. But, I mean, what you said about it sounds pretty cool. Like the old, the different opportunities that arise in the thing. So you're not just one person constantly all the time dealing with your Twitter followers and whatever. Yeah, throw some curveballs in there. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's decent. It's good stuff. I'm enjoying the career mode on that game as well. I have completed the transition. I didn't think I could be bothered to relearn FIFA again from PES, but I've got there. It's taken a while, but I'm there now. We played PES on game night, and I sucked balls at it. So I've made the transition. FIFA popped up with it. So you have mastered professional difficulty. You should play on world class. I've taken that step up, and I'm still winning all the time. So I seem to be there. I'm back in FIFA town, for better or worse, buddy.
Nice, buddy. Well, you know, it was going to happen at some point.
It seemed to be the case, The writing was on the wall for Konami, I think.
I think so. So I guess it's a case of keeping an eye out for FIFA 19 going in some sort of sale. Or do we just pick up FIFA 18 for like £2?
I mean, if it's dead cheap, then we could do, but I think it depends what we're going to use it for. If we want to play pro clubs online, I don't think there'll be anyone to play on the old game. So that's the big problem now.
But then again, if we pick up FIFA 19, we're going to be miles behind everyone.
Well, no, because pro clubs is
it's not to do with
standard teams. You haven't got statted fuckers, so it shouldn't be an issue. Other than like skill level, it'll take us quite a while to get up there, I'd imagine. But it's got a proper league structure and a bustling community of players. So, I mean, I think we'll probably end up transitioning over.
Cool. Well, we'll keep an eye out.
Gibbons, so that's FIFA. The other two I've only played very briefly, so I won't go into much detail. Below launched this last week on PlayStation for 30 odd quid, buddy, or on Game Pass on day one as part of your subscription. So this is an intriguing little game. It's, as far as I'm aware, it's made by like one dude, and it's quite cool, but at the same time, I'm not sure I like it. It's sort of an isometric-y kind of... I say isometric, the camera kind of changes quite regularly. It's a sort of stark exploration puzzler. But the thing about it is the camera is incredibly zoomed out. Your character makes up like a 50th of the screen. Like you're fucking tiny. It's bizarre. If you went up to your television and put your thumb on it, that's the size of your character in this game. And what that means is all of the landscapes feel vast, expansive. It feels like scarier. There's more peril, perhaps. It also is kind of fucking annoying because you're really fucking small and you can't zoom in.
Sounds tedious.
It is, and tedious is the fucking word, man. Like, you start off, you wash up on this beach. There's like 4 different caves. You go in all of them. You can't do anything in any of them. Then you go up a ladder and you find something, and it's like, oh, I've got this thing now. And that lets you go into one of the caves and get across to a bit, and then you're stuck there again. But you go in there and you find something, and then maybe that'll lead you to being able to go in one of the other caves. But all the time you're walking back and forth, and you're really fucking tiny, and the world's huge, so it's taking forever to do this. And, there's crafting in it. Meanwhile, you're getting hungry and thirsty because, fucking surprise, motherfucker, there's like a hunger bar and a fucking water bar as well. And I've found a rope now, but I can't interact with anything. I've got 3 arrows. I've got no way of crafting more.
Like we've just had enough of that game mechanic now.
I think so.
We've played a lot of games with those like hunger bars and things like that. And
I mean,
is it a case of you can only take so many of that, or?
that's. I mean, it is annoying because it's fucking busy work. Like, who cares? It's a video game. I'm not doing a job. Like, I'm not. I don't want hoops to jump through in that respect. Let's just assume, in the same way that every time I've watched an episode of Star Trek, no one's ever gone for a piss. Let's just assume this dude's occasionally munching on a Lion bar or something and leave it at that.
Exactly.
That'd do us.
That's it, you know.
It is frustrating, but more frustrating is just how fucking cumbersome it is. And I understand what they're trying to do here. This is a game that's supposed to be like beckoning you in very gradually. You're discovering everything on your own for yourself, and that's supposed to feel rewarding. And maybe it is because I'm becoming a cynical old fucker, buddy, but I just can't be arsed. I just can't be arsed. Like, I don't want to, and you know, I pushed the options button down. It's brought up like one of those linear maps where it just brings up lines on the screen, and there's like, you know, maybe there's a triangle with 3 dots. The dots signify exits to the room. So it's like a sort of really old school, like super old school. We're talking like 90s, like early 90s top down RPG. It's beautifully put together, and again, it's probably the sort of game that a lot of people would really enjoy. I'm not fucking one of them, so we leave it at that.
I like it.
A lot of people are going to love this. A lot of people are going to go on and on and on about it. I think you'll see it popping up in a lot of Game of the Year lists, and in the same way that, you know, certain experimental albums will be loved by the critics, certain foreign language films will be loved by the critics. That doesn't necessarily mean that your standard gamer wants to play that.
Yeah.
And this is kind of how I feel about this game.
Yeah, fair dues, buddy.
So finally, buddy, very briefly, I've only played half hour of this, basically the tutorial and a couple of tasks, but I played a little bit of Spin Tyre's Mud Runner this week.
Yes.
This is a fun little game.
Yay.
This is cool. The Spin Tyre's Mud Runner is essentially like it's a mud simulator first and a driving game second, in that you've got a huge sort of semi-open world landscape, a selection of trucks and lorries and vehicles, and you have to just do stuff like go and pick up some logs, bring them back, and so on. The vehicles have all manner of different bells and whistles on them. You know, you have a Jeep where you can kind of disengage and re-engage, like different like types of wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, all sorts of stability controls and stuff like that. And you've got to kind of utilize all of those things. Maybe you've got a truck that's only front wheel drive, but it's got a winch on the front, and you can spin the camera around and basically fire out a winch, attach it to a tree, and pull yourself through
grappling
these puddles
hook,
and
like
stuff.
it.
Yeah, grappling hook. That's all it is. That's all it is. There's nothing else really going on here. It has multiplayer so that you can play it with friends, and you can winch each other around. And other than that, you're talking your sort of farming sim game, really, where there's no real fucking point to anything, but there's just something rather nice about it. And that's kind of where we are with Spin Tyre's Mud Runner.
That
Tutorial's
sounds
excellent.
nice.
Teaches you everything you need to know. And challenges are pretty cool. You can slowly build up your different vehicles. It's got full-blown damage as well, so you can't just fly into trees and stuff. Very difficult to control, the vehicles, but not in a really annoying way, just in a sort of, they're all sliding about all over the place, and it's kind of fun kind of way.
Nice.
I'm really enjoying it, and it's definitely the sort of game that myself, you, and the Funk could sort of get into on a sort of weekday evening for a couple of hours.
Yeah,
exactly. Achieving nothing, but having a nice time doing it.
Nice, buddy. That sounds cool.
It's decent, yeah, and worth bearing in mind that 3 of the 4 games I talked about this week are on Game Pass, and one of them's on EA Access. So I haven't bought any of this shit. I'm just subscribed and having a ball. There was
a good time.
There's a post, this is the closest I've ever come to going viral, buddy. There's a post by PlayStation Europe today advertising the PS Now service saying, play Red Dead Redemption, Steep, Mafia 3, and For Honor with PlayStation Now. Start your free trial today. RRP $12.99 a month.
Nice. A bargain, that is, mate.
Yeah, and I replied, the fact that you have this price so much higher than your competition, brackets, Xbox Game Pass, which has a more current library too, kind of makes it look like you don't really care about it. And that's got an overwhelming number of thumbs up and likes at the moment, buddy.
He loves it.
Yeah,
Everybody
getting stuck in there.
Nice,
There's a bit of discussion point going on. I just don't understand it. I looked down the PS Now list, and there's some great stuff on there. And they've got way more games than the Xbox, although none of them particularly new. But I just don't understand how you can price yourself like £5 a month more, like 45% more than your only competitor. It just seems crazy to me. And it does genuinely make me think they just don't give a fuck. Like, is anyone subscribed to that service?
Stupid people.
Stupid people. If any of you stupid people are listening, then get in touch and let us know how that service is for you, buddies. But I suspect that no one listening to this show is on PlayStation Now.
Gibbons.
So yeah, unless you've got anything else, buddy, we should probably move on.
Nope. Cute.
And now it's time for the news. Number one.
Number
Wang. Football news here, buddy. Konami has launched PES 2019 Lite, which is basically the whole fucking game. So fuck you if you bought it, essentially. This has got full-blown My Club mode, as well as offline exhibition and online versus. So all it's missing, basically. Versus. Yeah, so all it's missing is co-op seasons, the sort of 3-man thing we play, and Master League, and the cups and the leagues. Everything else is basically there. Like, what everyone plays is there, and it's free. So,
well,
yeah.
There you go. Fuck you.
Gibbons. Also, PES 2019, the full version of the game, buddy, is now on Xbox Game Pass.
Brilliant.
Although you can't import option files on the Xbox, I've discovered.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you literally can't. You can download shitty option files where people have made the kits in PES, but you can't import the graphics that you can on the PlayStation. Oh. So if you're a PES player, you really don't want to be on Xbox.
No. Well, you just don't want to be a PES player anymore, really, it sounds like.
I'd steer clear. They've also updated PES Mobile 2018 into PES Mobile 2019. So a lot of people were saying, are they going to bring out a new version of PES Mobile? The answer is no. They just updated. The other day, PES Mobile 2018 had an update. And if you ran that update, new logo, new number. There you go. 19. New game. Nice. It's a new game. It's a new
game. You know, number goes higher. New game.
New game. Number two, buddy, meanwhile, in FIFA news, EA has released a patch on PC, which is soon to come to PS4 and Xbox, which is kind of basically, and I'm paraphrasing to a degree, shifting connection problems to the player who is causing them. So this is a recent patch designed to lessen the impact of a poor connection on the person who has the better one. Now, quite why it was ever any different to that remains a fucking mystery to me. Like, why on earth?
Why should you suffer if you have a good connection? Exactly.
And on FIFA, like, lots of people are heavily invested in FIFA Ultimate Team, and have spent a lot of money on FIFA Ultimate Team and do the weekend events. Oh, it's no different to any other grinding game, as far as I can see.
I thought you meant by people paying money for it, mate. Sorry.
Oh yeah, fuck those guys.
They're the retards. I thought that's what you were talking about.
I think we're in an overwhelming minority now of people who don't spend on microtransactions and booster packs and stuff. It's scary times, but it's the world we live in.
Stupid kids.
Gibbons. But yeah, so I don't know why it was ever different, but basically it's better now, and that patch is rolling out next week on the consoles. Elsewhere, EA is advertising Futmas, FIFA Ultimate Team Futmas.
Yeah.
Festive FIFA Ultimate Team stuff over the Christmas period. This is like sets of tournaments with big prizes, weekly tasks to earn XP and cards and so on and so forth. It was the same on my club, their weekly sort of update where you can do little tournaments and stuff. But this is like a big thing that's going to allow you to get lots and lots of different stuff if you're that way inclined. However, in the small print for the ad, it states that the promotion is not coming to the Nintendo Switch.
What?
So that sucks. That sucks for people on the Switch. But more interesting, buddy, is it doesn't appear anyone mentioned that to Nintendo, because they've just been advertising that on all of their main channels, official Twitter, official Facebook, Futmas coming to FIFA. I don't know exactly what's happened there. It would appear either they haven't spoken to EA or they forgot. I don't know. But yeah, EA have confirmed to multiple users that the Switch version will not be getting this content. And as late as an hour ago on the Nintendo page, they're advertising this content.
Okay. I mean, that's baffling.
It's absolutely insane.
Surely that's false advertising. They
absolutely
can't be dumb for that, you would think, wouldn't they? No.
Well, that won't be the last time we talk about Nintendo this evening. In fact, let's do that now. I should have placed this directly afterwards. No, of course it's false advertising, absolutely. They'll just come out and say that they made a mistake, because apparently that's fine for a giant evil corporation.
I got it wrong. I just got it wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're listening. We're listening. The country of Germany is taking Nintendo to court, buddy, because Nintendo won't adjust its no refund policy on pre-orders.
Of course
this is a story that ran earlier in the year. Originally, it was Norway took a run at Nintendo, saying they needed to change their policies because it was going against everything that the EU stands for, essentially.
Consumer rights, yeah.
So when you pre-order on the store, you are forced to tick a checkbox to give up any rights to a refund long before the game is downloaded. So you just have to say, I've pre-ordered this, I'm not entitled to any form of refund.
Yeah, I've got your money, even if the game doesn't come out, I guess.
Yeah, fuck you. Just fuck you, basically. So Nintendo's been trying to get away with this by citing an EU consumer law directive, which states that when you click pay, it is beginning its performance. So that's the way that the directive is worded, is that you can only put your consumer in that situation if you're actually beginning the performance of your duties vis-a-vis the purchase of the fucking thing and the supply of the product. Germany quite rightly argues that this is fucking horse shit. Eurogamer actually had some lawyers on there today sort of just checking this out, and a lot of them are saying it just seems highly unlikely that Nintendo is going to get away with this.
Yeah, so they can't, surely.
The line here is that Germany says the performance begins when the item is released and downloaded. The company plainly states that all purchases are final. According to the right of withdrawal laid down in the Consumer Rights Directive, such terms are illegal. Until the game can be downloaded and launched, the seller cannot prohibit the consumer from cancelling their pre-order.
Damn straight.
So this one's going all the way, buddy. What do you make of it? It's going all the way to court.
I mean, what they're doing is fucking retarded. I mean, the law states that we can get money back for a pre-order if we don't get that item. It's that simple, no? And just by saying, oh no, yeah, you waiver all your rights, that's fucking bullshit. That means they're breaking the rule, the law by doing that, isn't it? Is that?
It just seems crazy. Yeah, I mean, the idea that you place a pre-order and then 2 months before the game comes out, you decide, no, I don't want that anymore, and they're like, fuck you. Yeah. We've got your money and you can't have it back. That's just seems insane to me. And let's not forget that this is the second instance this year of a games company being taken to court by a country. I don't know that that's happened very often in the past in the games industry.
It seems to be kind of the thing this year.
Perhaps it has something to do with how fucking despicable this industry is, how unmonitored and unregulated it is.
There is
maybe
buddy.
Maybe it's that, and maybe publishers are pushing their luck even further and fucking further, and they're starting to get found out, hopefully. So either way, it seems like I've got a story about legal proceedings every week now in the news. And here's another one.
Oh.
Alfonso Ribeiro, a.k.a. Carlton from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, is allegedly suing Epic for Fortnite's dance Fresh, which is a directly mo-capped dance straight from the Fresh Prince episode, and is in fact the Carlton dance, which he created, considers his intellectual property, and never gave any permission or was even contacted by Epic when they took that dance and put it in the game, and they're now making thousands of pounds on dickheads who are buying emotes. Elsewhere, Backpack Kid, I don't know.
Backpack Kid, yeah.
I don't know. Backpack Kid's mum is allegedly suing Epic because her son invented the floss dance.
Ah, of course he did. That's why I know him.
I don't know who Backpack Kid is, and I'm pretty diligent with my research, but there are some lines that cannot be crossed, buddies. I don't want to know. I don't need the knowledge of Backpack Kid. So you feel free, fill your boots. I'm not looking that shit up, so that's fine. Either way, if one of these chumps wins or settles, the floodgates are going to open here, because we've had a lot of this already with Epic just yoinking dances and flogging them and making money off of them.
Yeah, Yeah, on Reddit today, I think one of the highest things in the gaming section was all the games that had the Carlton dance in it. And
Destiny's got it as well.
Yeah, Destiny's got it. There was loads of them. Uncharted, some other games which I can't remember off the top of my head, but they've been around for a long time. I guess the difference is they weren't charging people for it, where Fortnite are. I don't know if that's where it stands, but yeah, I don't know. Is it another case of he's seeing other people, try and sue them, and he was like, I need to get on that bandwagon, that's my dance, but he's never really had a fucking fuss about it before. I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, we spoke about this, the very first story that came out about these dances in Fortnite, and someone getting a bit ticked off about it. I did a fair bit of research that week into the sort of legal precedent, and found that there is legal precedent, but it's never really happened in the past. No one's really gone after anyone for this before, and therefore it's all kind of unproven legislation. But the precedent's there, and I suppose it depends how deep you think Alfonso Ribeiro's pockets are. I'd suggest not as deep as Epic's.
No, I'm going to say Epic have got big pockets right now.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the biggest issue that people are going to have going up against them. But we'll just see. We'll just see what happens. It's quite funny anyway. Essentially, fuck everyone involved. Fortnite can do one. I don't care about Alfonso Ribeiro. Anyone who's paying for dances in a video game is a cunt. Yeah. So all in all, it's just a funny train wreck that we can just kind of enjoy, knocking back our popcorn from the sidelines. That's how I feel about it, to be honest. So finally from me, buddy, a little bit of controversy. The news wouldn't be the same without some bullshit about Bethesda. This week, Bethesda's upped the prices in the Atom store, and they're selling some things at very high prices. Here's some examples. 2 Fallout 76 Christmas costumes for £16. A camp sign, i.e. a sign which says camp, for £14 on the Atom store. And a selection of Christmas emotes for £10 each.
Fucking bargain, mate. Sign me up. Where can I buy these completely fucking stupid in-game items
I mean, all of these in-game items are hovering around the price that the game is now available for on most digital outlets. Certainly the 16 quid Christmas outfits. I saw the game for that price on a couple of websites this week as that dumpster fire continues on its merry way. Sure. Again,
baffling.
There comes a point where I don't really give a fuck about this anymore.
I think that point is very soon now.
This is news until we all just have a chat about it, accept that publishers are assholes and people who spend the money on stuff like this are assholes.
Yeah.
And then maybe it isn't news anymore and maybe we just move on with our lives. I don't know. We're not quite there yet.
Case. It's just upsetting, the age-old thing of, the fact that these things used to be in-game, unlockables or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they're behind paywalls, which is the best.
16 quid for a Santa costume.
I mean, I could probably go to the shop and buy an actual Santa outfit for less.
I would imagine so. Give us.
And then just wear it and drink. That'd be fun.
Yep, perfect. Yeah. So I'll end my news section on a slight high, buddy, because it's all been a little bit either weird, legal, or annoying. To say that February is looking rather tasty. February, of course, is our birthday month, so it's always exciting when there's good releases at that time. And this February, we've got a selection of interesting games coming out. The reason I'm talking about this is because this week Metro Exodus release date was moved forward. It's coming out earlier than expected. It doesn't really happen very often. Yeah. It was originally coming out on the 22nd of February, which is the same day that Anthem comes out. It's now coming out on the 15th of February, which is the same day as Crackdown 3, allegedly.
Yeah.
And Far Cry New Dawn.
The Far Cry that's in the same world as Far Cry 5, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, the post-apocalyptic Far Cry 5 game. It's their primal to Far Cry 4. This is New Dawn to Far Cry 5. The bombs drop, and this is the picking up the pieces game. Yeah, exactly. So,
nice.
Metro Exodus, Crackdown 3, Far Cry New Dawn, Anthem, all coming out within, 10 days of each other in February. And that's going to be a very interesting month.
Tasty, yeah.
Gibbons. Yeah.
Like it a lot.
So there you go, that's my news, buddy. I think it's probably time to hand over to you for my favourite section of the show, and I'm sure the listeners as well. And that, of course, is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. Yeah, a couple of things, 4 things on the list right now. A couple from Microsoft, the next generation code names. Rumour, Anaconda, and Lockhart.
Okay.
I don't know what that reference is to, but there you go. I could read the article, but it's not really my style.
No, it's not really how we do. I certainly prefer Lockhart to Anaconda. Anaconda's a bit of a weird name for a console. I know they're only code names, but we've had some good ones in the past.
We have had some good ones in the past. Sticking with Microsoft again, a while ago we mentioned that keyboard and mouse support was coming to the console, and yes, Razer have just announced their wireless keyboard and mouse combo called Turret, I think it is, the Razer Turret keyboard and mouse combo, yeah. And that's going to set you back a hefty $250.
Shit the bed.
For a keyboard and mouse for your Xbox there. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I would spend that kind of money on it, to be honest. Probably just plug one in.
I think so.
Yeah.
It seems kind of unnecessary, doesn't it?
No. Coming out in March 31st, and if you pre-order, buddies, you get $25 of Xbox gift card.
Oh, wow. That'll make all the difference.
Definitely. All the difference. Have you seen anything about this Soldier Boy malarkey
I have.
going on? Yeah.
I know a little bit about that, yes.
So he's released some handhelds or something recently, or whatever it was, wasn't it? But apparently he's adding 2 more knockoff consoles to the market. One which is going to be like a $100 like handheld thing that looks pretty much exactly the same as a Game Boy. The other, though, on the other hand, it's going to be like a $600 beast of a machine. And apparently it's got AAA publishers on board, such as Ubisoft and stuff. Yeah, no. I was going to say it definitely doesn't.
I had a little bit of a look around at this today, and he released a couple of he allegedly released a couple of consoles, but they're just knockoff consoles from China that he's put his name to.
His name on it. It's crazy though,
and that's the same with these two as well. The handheld that he released previously, I keep saying he released, he didn't, but you know what I mean. I think they're going for some sort of legal loophole here, where he's put his name to a product that is not available or manufactured in the US.
Yeah,
and that's kind of how they're trying to get around it. But I did actually watch a YouTube video today of some idiot who bought them.
Nice.
Not the new ones that haven't come out yet, but the old ones.
Yeah.
And essentially we're talking sort of Raspberry Pi style PC with just a load of emulators on there. They loaded it up and it was just like Donkey Kong.zip, Super Mario World.zip.
Yeah.
The controller was a third party, like a Mad Cat style PS3 controller that it shipped with.
Yeah. Why not?
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Soulja Boy's social media feeds are just people telling him Nintendo are going to fucking sue him.
Yeah, I know. That's brilliant.
That's his whole thing at the moment. But like, yeah, I'd forgotten that Soulja Boy even existed. If I'm being brutally honest,
I was baffled by it, you know. But hey ho, it's quite funny to see. Keeping with stupidity, buddy. We're going for Ubisoft here. They like to do the stupid things, and it's just come to my attention that Ubisoft are offering a Division 2 private beta access if you buy some Mountain Dew game fuel, whatever that is.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess Mountain Dew have got a brand of drink called Game Fuel, and if you buy that, you get access to the Division 2 private beta. I mean, it's a new direction for how to get on a private beta now, getting third-party companies involved. I'm trying to think of an instant where this has really happened to this extent. I know there's been things like buy Rockstar drinks, get a code for in-game items and stuff like that, but have an actual private beta tied to a drink is something new for me, I'd say.
It sucks balls. It's cynical and shitty and makes them look like a bunch of pricks.
Yeah. I mean, that's Ubisoft, buddy.
That's how I feel about it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, buddy. It's there you go.
It's fucking absolute bollocks, isn't it? Absolute bullshit. Well, there you go, buddy. There's my news favourite things of this week. Nothing light-hearted, just absolute wank. As it's pretty much Christmas, and news is lackluster.
News is scarce, yes. And speaking of news being scarce, buddy, before I say thank you very much for your news and then talk about my news and there is nothing out this week. There are no games out this week at all. Not one game.
No.
So we won't be having it out this week section. But either way, thanks very much, buddy. That was that's out this week. That was your news. Before that, of course, was my news. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the news.
Yes.
And now it's time for the JfG podcast Christmas lists.
Christmas lists.
Mistletoe and piss.
Pierce.
Brine.
Yeah, brine. Yeah, there you go. More brine.
We said we were going to do this, and so we have. We obviously both gave it a lot of thought.
I pretty much did mine last week, but I will repeat that.
Givens. So we got our Christmas list. We got 5 items that we would quite like this Christmas. Traditionally, these lists consist of 5 items, not only that are items that we really want for Christmas, but also that we won't get. Yeah. So our sort of swing and a miss record with these gift ideas tends to be a big fat fucking ugly X. But we'll see, buddy. Maybe the tides will turn this
I feel
year.
like I've got a good shout with one of mine at least.
Agreed.
If you feel
take
generous
it away,
enough, buddies. Oh, I was just going to say, if you feel generous, you can find these items on our Amazon wish lists. And
Absolutely, on our wedding list.
Buy them for us, but
send them over.
Just shipping is however much it is.
Get stuck in.
So I'll go through my top 5. So number 1 would be a new monitor, preferably 4K. 27-inch plus, please. That would be nice
for your new den.
My new desk that hopefully I'm going to pick up this weekend. We'll see. Maybe not. Yeah, it'd be lovely to get a new monitor. This one's old and shit. Number 2 would be PSVR. So if I didn't get a monitor, I could strap one to my face.
Yeah.
Same thing really.
Givens. We can man the enterprise.
Yeah,
together.
No, seriously, it's definitely on my list. It might be a birthday plea to everyone: give me money so I can get a PSVR for my birthday. I think that's the case. The next one, also down to you, is an Xbox One now. Thanks. It just sounds so enticing with all those games that I haven't got time to play but want.
Yeah, Givens. Yeah, highly recommended. It's a piece of shit console, and I'm loving every minute of it.
That's it. You just sell it to me every time.
It's making me a better person, Ash. I'm no longer giving a fuck about the most beautiful glittery things. I'm actually looking at games and being like, I like this game, I'll play this game.
I like that. That sounds good. Number 4 would be a new graphics card for my PC, because my old one died due to children.
Fruit juice, yeah.
And their ineptness.
They're a bit clumsy, aren't they? I find that when I'm walking down the high street, buddy, they just kind of walk into you if you're not careful. They don't know where the fuck they're going.
Mate, I think I told you the story of when I had a skateboard in my arm and I went into, I think it was MVC back in the day in Maidstone. Music Video Club, I think it's standard for.
I think that's right, yeah.
There you go. And I just walked through the door, skateboard in arm, swinging it around. Not swinging around, just, as their kid just walks, bam, straight in it, face first. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. Dad's like, it's her fault, it's all right. It's like, cool.
That's Maidstone.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And finally, on my list, buddy, hopefully one that I probably will get, is some beard oil, because the beard's coming on nicely now, buddy. It's coming on, I'd say it's a good 2 inches long now. And
fucking hell.
It's getting a bit dry every now and again. I'm like, I need some beard oil. A little brush, maybe, tidy it up. But yeah, it's beard oil. There you go.
You are actually in with a shout on that one.
I feel like I'm going to get that one.
Yeah.
So there you go. 5 things that I probably won't get, but will definitely get one of them. And it's the cheapest one on the list.
That will happen.
Yeah, that's funny. So what are your top 5 Christmas list things you won't get?
These are 5 things that I definitely won't get. Which is, I suppose, depressing, but that's not really what Christmas is all about, I guess. It's more about the giving than the receiving as you get older, in many ways.
That's bullshit, though, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I find that every year I just want to just treat people more and more. Like, I end up like bankrupting us every Christmas because I want to get people really, really nice things. And so often it doesn't seem to matter. It doesn't seem to affect the amount that I'm spending and the thought I'm putting into it, how shite their presents are in return. Like every year, like other than like the missus and my like close family, I just get like absolute fucking knob rot from everyone, and it doesn't
And
seem
you put
to
in all the effort and get them.
It doesn't seem to matter. It comes around the next year and I'm like, oh, I really want to have a good think about what this person's going to like.
Yeah,
even though they're going to buy me fucking shit all, perhaps.
Yeah,
but
absolute wank. Yeah,
I don't know. Can't explain it. Anyway, these are the 5 things that if someone was to say, what 5 things do you want, Alex? I would say, allow me. Number 1, buddy, Drive Hub. I would like a Drive Hub, please.
Drive Hub, yeah.
It's a little doohickey, underused word, which would allow me to plug my steering wheel, my PlayStation steering wheel, into my Xbox so I could play games like Grid 2 and Forza on my Xbox on my steering wheel. And that would be wonderful. So I'd very much like that.
Nice.
That's my number 1. Pretty self-explanatory. Number 2, similarly so, a 4K TV. I would like a 4K TV. I don't necessarily have a games machine that will run games in 4K, but they will upscale quite nicely, and I'll be prepared for when new consoles arrive. So that would be nice. Also, the Xbox One S does have a 4K Blu-ray player in there, so I could actually,
there you go.
know, and also supports 4K Netflix and 4K Amazon. So I suppose I have got a little bit of 4K stuff. But either way, it's about time I got a new television. This one served me brilliantly. This was donated to me by your missus's dad, which was very kind. And it's still going strong. Like it's been an absolute fucking workhorse, this TV.
It's a good TV, buddy.
It's a quality telly, but it is time. It is time for an upgrade. We've been talking about these 4K TVs for a couple of years now.
Yes, we have.
So it's kind of game on. Number 3 on my list, buddy, is the Titan 1. Have you heard of the Titan 1?
No.
It is a
Sounds like a golf club.
It's a USB dongle thingy, and you plug it into something, and it allows you to use any controller on that something.
Oh, okay.
It also supports Bluetooth. Those little Bluetooth dongle thingies, you can plug that in the end of it, and that essentially creates like a USB hub.
Yeah.
So, for example, I could plug it into the front of the Xbox, and I could plug the little Bluetooth dongle in the end, and then I could use all 4 of my PS4 controllers seamlessly on the Xbox, wirelessly and lag-free. And the Xbox controller is a pile of shit, in my opinion, so I'd very much like that. So yeah, that would be cool. That's interesting technology as well. So yeah, I'd like that. Number 4, there is a Witcher fantasy board game, buddy. I like a bit of board gaming, and Christmas is the time for board games, I've always found. I'd very much like a Witcher board game, because I fucking dig that Witcher universe, and I think that the Witcher board game would be fucking cool.
Yeah, that would be cool, to be honest. I think that would be very cool.
Yeah, you got like all the different characters, and yeah, I mean, I've seen some bits and pieces. I've seen a little video of some people playing it. It looks pretty fun. There was a first edition that came out. Seemed a little bit half-baked and got like mediocre reviews. They've now released like a revised version, and it looks like it sort of ticks along a bit quicker than fucking Monopoly does. So
yeah.
It's yeah, it'd be really cool. So yeah, that's something that I would like, but won't get. And then finally, number 5, buddy, I'm getting a fucking hankering for Hitman 2. I've seen a lot of people playing Hitman 2.
I'm getting a hankering as well now. Yeah, okay.
Kind of want that game.
Might have to pick that up like early doors next year, I think.
Yeah, well, as soon as it goes down, then we absolutely will. But it's just cool. Like, it's such a cool package if you've got the first game as well, because you can play like all those original levels, and it just seamlessly forms like a sort of year 1, year 2 type thing. So you've got like all that content, and they're doing elusive targets and stuff for some of those original maps as well as the new ones in the new game engine. So there's just
that's so cool.
And I never did any of those elusive targets before. I was kind of late to the party and didn't really get into it. So, that's next on my wish list of video games to buy, essentially.
Yeah,
so that's my list, buddy.
That game. Nice. No, that's a very good list. I like it a lot.
Gibbons, there you are. And what do you want for Christmas, buddies? Don't bother telling us, because there won't be another show before Christmas. Just think it in your head. Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk. And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We want to know.
Get on the show.
Get on the fucking show. Very briefly, let's talk about this PS4 stat video thing. Which you sent out to our Discord this week, which you can jump on, buddies, at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk. Find Street Beat on there. It's all sorts. Actually, probably worth mentioning as I'm saying that we have a new Gleam.io competition, which you can find on our website, as I just said, www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk. Forged Battalion is currently available on our little competition. Just involves you doing stuff like following us on various social medias, that sort of thing. All the details are on the website and you can get stuck in. But in our Discord chat this week, Ash found the PS4 video thing that lets you see
my
basically
PS4 life.
There you go. Your total number of hours played, the number of hours you've played, like your most played 3 games. I'm getting there.
That's the one.
That's the one. And the statistics were interesting. And if you've played a lot of video games and also feel a little bit bad about that, maybe don't do this. maybe don't look this up. If you feel over the last maybe say 5 years or so that you've wasted your time somewhat and you feel a little bit guilty about it, you might not want to know the total hours that you've spent on your console. But it is interesting, wasn't it?
It was a bit of an eye opener. I mean, I thought I was quite bad, but then you put your stats up, and I was like, I'm not that bad. I'm all right. This guy's way worse than me.
It would appear so. I mean, the one that confuses me is where's Destiny, the original, on your list?
What was that, buddy? Sorry, it broke up.
The original Destiny.
Yeah, I know.
I would have thought that would have been number 2.
Yeah, I would have thought it was, but it wasn't, buddy. I mean, should we tell out our lists? Do you want me to go first?
Take it away.
Okay, so obviously Destiny 2 is my most played game with 569 hours put into that, which is,
569, which is...
Oh, stats.
23.7 days of continuous play of that video game.
That's pathetic. I need to get
almost 24 days of Destiny 2 you played there.
Just Destiny 2 in like a year.
Yep.
And a bit. That's fine. Second on the list is GTA 5 with 316 hours. I was like, wow, that's I can understand that. We played that game a hell of a lot. I mean, I played through a lot of the single player campaign and like a lot of extra stuff, and then immense amount of dicking about online as well.
And that's just over 13 days of gameplay there.
Yeah. And finally, buddy, number 3. This one surprised the shit out of me because I would not have thought this one would be here. And that's FIFA 14. And I played 243 hours of FIFA 14.
10 days. 10 days of FIFA 14. That's Was that the launch FIFA?
That was the launch FIFA. So I guess that's why, because we played a hell of that on online when it first came out.
And there were only like 5 games out when the console launched. So.
Yeah, so I mean, you didn't have much choice. But I'm pretty sure I platinumed that game as well. So yeah, I definitely
me
put
too.
the hours into it. Yeah. So yeah, FIFA 14, 200. So there's my top 3 and my overall hours spent in 5 years of playing PlayStation 4 is 4,134 hours, consisting of 280 games.
And I don't know what that is exactly. I don't know if that's just how long the console's been on.
Yeah.
Because that's 172 days of continuous gaming. So it seems unlikely.
I don't know. I feel like that's possible.
Mate, I'm looking at mine, and I'm telling you right now
yours, and
that statistic
crazy.
is not gameplay. That is not.
It's got to include like using Netflix and
I hope
everything.
so.
Sure.
Otherwise, Jesus fucking Christ. My total is 7,302 hours, which is 304 days, continuous days
That's nearly
of PlayStation
a year
operation.
out of 5 years.
It's nearly a fifth of my life in the last 5 years has involved the PS4.
I think that's spot on.
I'm not sure about that, but what can I say? And I don't think any of us could have predicted that FIFA 14 thing.
No.
But we certainly couldn't have predicted my total. So my number 1 played game is FIFA 14.
Yeah.
And I played 35 continuous days of FIFA 14. So in the year that FIFA 14 came out, I played it for a month. A whole month. More than a month. I just don't understand that statistic. It's making me question my very being.
I think it makes total sense.
And my second one is almost as much as your first one. And that's PES 2018, which is last year's PES.
Yeah.
So there seems to be a direct correlation between the number of hours I've played of PES and the number of hours you've played of Destiny 2. And they both happened in the same period
year.
of time.
Yeah.
22 days. I've played 22 days of PES 2018.
Yeah.
But it doesn't end there, because my third most played game,
Obviously, number
is
3.
PES 2016. So all 3 are football games.
He loves football.
And I played that for 19 days solid.
Well done, sir.
Oh,
That's a
man.
that's a lot of football.
Yeah, well, I can tot that up for you.
Yeah. Obviously,
plus
PES
5, 2,
2017 was
6,
a bag of wank.
4, 5, 8. Apparently so. So that's 1817. So across those 3 titles,
Yeah, in 3 years.
75 days.
You played 75 days of football in 3 years.
My first instinct was to unplug the consoles and remove them from the building.
Yeah, obviously I can see
It doesn't feel particularly healthy, those statistics. It's troubling to me. I really haven't been able to get it off my mind since you posted the video.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'd like to see
It's a hell of a lot of football, mate. It's just it's a lot of football.
I'll tell you another thing. You know that my fucking 4th played game's a football game as well.
Yeah, I know.
And my 5th probably as well. I don't know, GTA must be kicking about up there somewhere.
I reckon it's probably PES 2017 then GTA.
What about PES 2015?
Did we get 15?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we must have done.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd love to see more. I might try and find out how to find out more. There's already someone who's putting together. I think it's called GenStat or something like that. But they're basically doing a calculation based on the statistics from the people's top 3 games versus the the video says what your rarest trophy is.
Yes, and how many people have got that as well.
Yeah, and there's an algorithm that basically allows them to find out how many people have played each video game in total.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. So you can
and
how many
we'll probably do a
players.
little thing on that in the coming weeks, because they're currently putting that list together, and it makes for some pretty interesting reading, and also kind of explains why a few games failed miserably. I'm looking at you, Battleborn, and Evolve. But so we'll bring you that at some point. But you can do this. My PS4 Life. Just Google that, and it pops up, and you can see how
I'll
you've
find it
wasted
on our
your
Discord.
lives.
You know, you can go there.
Yep, we'll find it on our Discord. And I think that's a somber and perfectly festive way to end the show this week, buddy.
It's life-changing.
It is. Good Lord. I think that'll about do us.
Yeah.
I need to go and take a look at myself in the mirror, and I suspect I might not like what I see. But if you want to send your ones in, buddies, then pop them up on the Discord, and we'll read them out. If you want to spill the beans on your gameplay as well, if you're PlayStation players, then it'd be really interesting, for example, to see exactly how many hours of Battlefield 4 Mel Gibson, Soul and JJ have played.
Yeah,
So
that'd be cool.
That'd be good. That'd be good to know. So I think that'll do us, buddy. I take it you got a jip off at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Tired.
Fair play. It's getting on. Obviously, this is our last show to go live before Christmas, so I hope if you celebrate, then a very Merry Christmas to you all, and thanks so much for supporting us throughout the year. We'll see how we go on next week's show, exactly what that will be, and so on.
I don't know what the hell that's going to be yet.
We don't know yet. We haven't really sort of solidified that, but at some point you'll get another episode from us, and at some point, of course, you'll get a Game of the Year show from us as well.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be the week after, not next
I think so. We tend to chuck that out just after New Year's.
Yeah.
So we'll get that together, and that's going to be pretty interesting. I've kind of been saved by that Xbox purchase. I think I might have been struggling to scrabble a lift together. Yeah, tricksy stuff.
We'll see what happens, though.
Either way, I hope you have a fucking great time over Christmas, buddies, with your families, and get stuff that you want, and have a great time, and get fucked up. Basically, just get fucked up.
Yeah, I'm doing a massive booze run on Friday.
Gibbons, and play lots of games, buddies. Hopefully you get the chance to play lots of games, and we will catch you again next time. Until then, I've been Alex, he has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell. You've been listening to the JfG podcast with Ash and me, Alex. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, where you'll also find our Discord and Street Beat if you want to get involved with the show. Our Facebook is /the JfG podcast, and our Twitter handle is @the JfG podcast. We're on all those video streaming sites too, buddies, from TubeTube to twitch.tv /the JfG podcast to mixer.com, aka beam.fucking-pro. We've got a PS4 community you can join. Just search the JfG podcast on there. And we're also on Google Plus if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time.